My name's Austin Wortman. I've been with the department now for roughly 3.5 years. I've really enjoyed my time here. It's been good. You know, I think coming into it, of course, you think you know what it's going to be like coming into law enforcement. Until you're in it, you really got no idea. And I'm from the Nashville area, just outside of Nashville. Grew up, kind of ended up down here as I got out of college, started applying for jobs. It's sort of how I ended up down here. I was fortunate enough to get on, and you know, it's been very interesting just as far as how different the community is down here compared to Nashville. But at the same time, it's you know, the citizens here are great. I think they really support just the police in general, especially our police department. When we get you know, compliments and people checking on us and just telling us how appreciative they are for what we do. So I've been extremely impressed with just the public that we serve here in the city of McMinnville. It's been very rewarding, and something that, you know, the way things are this day and age, and a lot of what you hear regarding law enforcement, it's been totally different than what you may hear. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I think it's something that, you know, no 2 days the same. You know, I've been involved in calls from, you know, everything of people having snakes stuck in their vehicles to, you know, shootings, stabbings. So there's obviously a huge variety of calls we experience. You know, probably one of the more common calls we go on is accidents. We work a lot of wrecks. Something we try to reduce, obviously, but there's just tons of variety of calls that we go on. That's what makes it interesting and, you know, a lot of fun. I guess I grew up like so many kids and boys, especially, I guess, watching cops and shows like that. And I think that probably got me interested in it. But I was, you know, growing up, I was big into basketball and football, big into sports, and I think law enforcement and sports, in a way, sort of go hand in hand. You know, it's our shift is, we definitely work as a team. It takes this job would be hard to do by yourself. A lot of times you got to rely on other people to not only keep you safe, but help you, you know, get done what needs to be done. So I think a lot of ways it goes sort of hand in hand with sports, and I think that's probably part of what got me so interested in it. Plus, I like something that's going to be out of the office. You know, I can't imagine sitting behind a desk all day. I like being out and about. I think it's just something that's a lot of fun. You know, I guess before I got into it, you sort of notice or have the mindset when you're dealing with a police officer, or think about a cop that you know, they're just a cop. I think it's you know, important to realize that they're still, you know, just a person like anybody else. We make mistakes. We have you know, the same good days, bad days like anybody else would. I think it's something that I think it's easy to get caught up, and I can remember looking back now, sort of having that mindset. Well, that's a cop. They can't, you know. Yeah, I guess just the persona and the realization that they're, at the end of the day, a person just like anybody else. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. We obviously try to handle our business in a professional way, and, you know, take care of what we need to get done. But you know, at the end of the day, we're just like anybody else. We're still just a person. Probably one of the biggest misconceptions, in general with police work, is that it's something that's, you know, nonstop action. We're out pursuing vehicles, you know, involved in shootings, involved in fights and foot pursuits every couple hours of the shift. I think, you know, shows like Cops and Live PD and probably more in particular Cops, that, you know, you've got probably at least 20 camera crews out across 10 different departments getting, you know, hundreds if not thousands of hours of footage. You know, and that stuff gets condensed down into, I think, a typical episode has maybe 3 clips of actual police-citizen encounters. You know, and those 3 things that one show portrays that may seem like a, you know, normal day for a police officer is probably far from it. So much of what we do is documenting the, you know, a 5-minute encounter may take an hour to document. That's something we talk about a lot. I think it's what makes the job different than what you expect when you're going into it. But that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions, I think, that people not, you know, involved in it. I think over the last, and especially my time here, probably roughly like I said, 3.5 years. We've had, I think technology is something that's totally changing the way that people police and law enforcement in general. You know, we've got computer systems in our cars that allow us to communicate with dispatch, not only dispatch, but car to car. You know, there's certain things we do and certain types of calls that you don't necessarily want to be put over the radio that, you know, realistically download an app and everybody's got access to our radio traffic. You know, not everything, but a lot of just general radio traffic can be, you know, obtained by the general public. So there's a lot of technology out there that helps us. You know, I think our administration, Chief Denton and Major Lane especially, they do an outstanding job of keeping us with stuff that not only keeps us safe, but makes our job more easy. Like I said, I've got quite a few buddies that work with a lot larger jurisdictions than this one, and talking with them, they're always impressed with what we've got. They think it's pretty neat, and probably are surprised given the fact that it's a smaller jurisdiction that we work in. I know they're sort of impressed when we get to talking about the kind of what we call mobile data terminals and some of the systems that we're able to run and make our job easier and hopefully make us to be more effective. Yeah, it's been, you know, this 3.5 years that I've been here, and this department's been, you know, they've been great. I think blessed to work alongside a group of guys and girls that are passionate about what they do. You know, every day that I come into work, I've got no questions. There's guys and girls out there that, you know, have got my back, as we like to say. I think our administration, especially Chief Denton, like I mentioned earlier, does, you know, an outstanding job of making sure that we got the tools we need. We're fortunate enough to have all kinds of training. So my time here has been, you know, awesome. I think the community here is great, very supportive of, you know, all law enforcement, and I've loved all my time here.